Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I am going to do something I don't normally do right now. What's going on is this is where my wife parks her car, and as you can see, this is a big oily spot. Been there for a while. Her Toyota Matrix, the oil pan gasket was leaking, and what is it, a 2009? And it's only got about 70,000, 60 or 70,000 miles on it, I think. But even Toyotas occasionally need a repair. I think actually we did that repair. We replaced the batteries, replaced the front brakes. That's it for in her car. So that's a good reason to buy a Toyota. But anyway, we got an oil spot here. It was leaking a little bit there, and so I thought, well, let's just see how easily I can get that off the concrete. It's mostly painted here. This is the way this place came. Somebody had painted it many years ago, but the paint is mostly flaked off the concrete here. I haven't bothered repainting it. I guess I should, but anyway, for the time being, this is what we've got, and so I'm just going to see if I can get it off. I believe it or not, I sprayed it with Windex, the blue Windex, that is. And you might be wondering, well, why did I do that? Well, because actually Windex does actually do some really interesting things. Although there is a little bit of ammonia in it, what really gives it its active performance is there is at least, I think there's at least 2 different wetting agents in it. So it actually works really well on oil. And I kind of learned about that thanks to Paul from Washington Pro Carpet Cleaning, where he has a video, which if you haven't seen it yet, you need to go and look it up, where he takes out an incredibly big, nasty ballpoint pen ink stain out of a carpet, and all he had was Windex, and that did a fantastic job. And so after I saw that, I thought, well, I would never have imagined using Windex for anything. But since then, I actually have started to use it now and then. And actually, a day or so after I had seen him do that, I had a job where somebody had a bicycle chain, a chain from a exercise bike, had been spraying oil into their carpet and left probably about a 2 or 3 foot long, rather very obvious oil stain in the carpet. And it was a polyester carpet. And so I thought, well, here's a good chance to give it a try. And I sprayed it in there and worked it in a bit. And then I ran over with my machine, and it was amazing. It came out with without hardly any effort at all. So there are certainly places and times where it is a tool you can use. And of course, there's the regular Windex, which is ammonia based. It doesn't have much ammonia in it. You can hardly even smell it. Actually, I can't smell it at all. So there's obviously very little in there. And there's actually another version of it, which is vinegar based. So I actually do have both in my van now. And there are a couple of times when I've used it back and forth, and certain applications it seems to work well. And apparently, it really works well at getting out ink. And it is the wetting agents in there that are primarily doing that, because it is able to emulsify the ink. But anyway, I thought, well, let's just give this a try. All I've done is I just put some Windex on there. That's all I've done to it, and we'll see what happens. And I've just got I've got a Tuway pad on there. It's actually an old one. One that I'm not going to ruin a good pad on concrete. So it's a pretty worn down one. And I do have some Nanomax 1 ounce per gallon in the tank, which I'll apply if I think I need it here. Well, actually, I will need it for sure. But anyway, let's see what happens here. I bet we're all curious, right? Well, it's certainly emulsifying the oil. Definitely. I'm applying a little bit of Nanomax. Okay, well, it's definitely dissolved oil. That was too easy, right? The stain is gone. Just like that, eh? Huh. Interesting. So, as I say, I did try it on a really oily, an oil stain from a bicycle chain, and it took it out completely. The concern one would have is, because it is blue, whether or not that blue coloring would actually color some carpets, and it might. So definitely be very careful if you're going to try it. Maybe check on an inconspicuous part of the carpet, and probably not a good idea to rinse it out with something too, either your end cap or whatever too. Probably, because there is a detergent of some sort in there. I'm not sure what it is, but it is it's taking out the oil stain. Ooh, now that's a dirty pad. It pretty much absorbed all that oil. You can see that's a really tattered up Tuway, pretty much near the end of its usefulness to me. I wouldn't. That one is one I would never use in a house anyway. I keep some of the really worn out ones I use on some commercial jobs. I use them normally under my orbital machine anyway. Oh, my wife is going to be so happy. She didn't like the oil spot. Who would have thought that Windex would be so effective? But actually, there's some interesting hacks, I guess you call it, videos showing people showing different ways they have discovered that Windex will work for different things. So, what do you know, eh? So that was 100% successful. Let's just see what the other side of this pad looks like. Well, not quite as bad, but now that looks pretty gruesome. But that's where pretty much all the oil went. So that'll just dry up now, and no more oil to worry about stepping in and tracking around. So very good. I'm not sure I'll even try to save this pad. I'll just chuck it, I think. I don't want to even put it in the wash. I got some dirty pads to clean here, but I think I'll just chuck this one. If there's too much oil in there, I don't want to put that in the washing machine. So anyway, all right, I thought you might find that interesting. I was not sure whether or not that would work or not, but there you go. There's one way we can put Windex to work, and it's awful cheap too, isn't it? So that's kind of nice. All right, have a good day.